tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Opposition leader of Zambia, or rather Zambian opposition leader, has been declared president-elect. It simply means the opposition leader has beaten the incumbent president to win the presidency. And Kenyans are celebrating. Tanga supporters and their leaders are celebrating that the deep state has been beaten. The handshake team, specifically those supporting Raila Odinga, are also celebrating that an opposition leader who had contested for the presidency for 5 times and losing has finally won on his 6th attempt. A leader who had been described as a perennial loser has finally won the presidency. So, handshake team are celebrating on one side, Tanga are also celebrating on the other side. So, ladies and gentlemen, in order to understand really what happened in Zambia, you must look at the precedent that was set by Zambia's first president and the founding father of Zambia, Kenneth Kaunda. And that's our analysis and discussion in this video right now. And in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very, very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Give it a like. Thank you. God bless you. Yes. What's actually happening in Zambia? I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that a precedent that has been set by the founding fathers of a nation largely determines on how future leaders will react or engage with their citizens. In Zambia, the first president of Zambia and the founding president of Zambia, Kenneth Kaunda, was beaten, or rather lost, the first presidential election in Zambia. He lost the first presidential election in Zambia. That was in 1991. He lost it to an opposition candidate, Frederick Chiluba. So Kenneth Kaunda, ladies and gentlemen, had set a precedent that as a president, you can lose an election. And when you lose an election, the only honorable thing to do is to accept that you have lost the election. That was Zambia's first president, Kenneth Kaunda. He lost the first Zambian presidential election and he accepted. And then it never stopped there. We also had Rupia Banda. Rupia Banda also lost a presidential election to Michael Sata, and he accepted the defeat and he handed over power. That was the second president of Zambia to lose a presidential election, and he accepted. And then now Edgar Lungu has also lost this election. So it simply means that to Zambians, or rather to the people of Zambia, a president losing an election is not a breaking news. It's something that is common. It's something they have seen before. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that it all depends with the precedent set by the founding father. Zambia attained its independence in 1964. From 1964 to around 1990, Zambia was a one-party state. Then when multi-party democracy crept in, or rather came to Zambia in 1991, the first president and the founding father contested for the presidency and lost, and he accepted. Look at a country like Uganda. Uganda, leaders, they have set a precedent that for you to, or rather to win an election or for you to assume power, there must be some level of violence. And that will take some time to go away. Look at Tanzania. Tanzanians, the precedent that has been set there is that for you to acquire power, you must be in CCM, Chama cha Mapinduzi, which is a good thing. So Tanzanians believe that for you to be, or rather to be a leader or president, then you must align yourself with CCM. That's better. Same to South Africa, where you must align yourself with ANC party. That's also better. So in this case, ladies and gentlemen, it was just a precedent that had been set before by the founding father of Zambia, Kenneth Kaunda. And also, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, Zambia is an epitome of democracy when we talk of election. In fact, Zambia's election is something that is being copied across Africa. Because in Zambia, largely their presidential elections is somehow a little bit democratic, not as compared to some other African states. So, ladies and gentlemen, back to this issue of Hakainde Hichilema, who has just been declared president-elect. I've gone through some of these social media handles of these top leaders we have in Kenya. Ruto has not posted this, but maybe we'll post it later, some congratulatory messages. But Raila had this to say about Hakainde Hichilema's election. I take this earliest opportunity to congratulate my friend Hakainde Hichilema and the United Party of National Development, UPND, of Zambia for the decisive victory in the presidential election. Amidst an unprecedented public health challenge, the Zambian people have made Africa proud for conducting a successful election. A free, fair, credible, and verifiable election always certainly return the will of the people. It is my hope that this election strengthens the democratic life of your Zambia, brings more prosperity to the people, and reminds fellow Africans elsewhere that nothing is impossible. I wish you the best of luck in the days and years ahead. The interesting part of this post is that reminds fellow Africans elsewhere that nothing is impossible. Maybe Raila is just trying to say that it doesn't matter how many times you contest. So, ladies and gentlemen, from this election of today, or rather this Zambian election, I've come across three very interesting facts, or rather some very interesting similarities to our Kenyan situation. The first similarity, ladies and gentlemen, this Hakainde Hichilema, who has just won this presidential election, had contested the presidency for 5 times. All these 5 times, he has been losing. So in his 6th attempt, he has won the presidency, which is today. So he has contested for the presidency 6 times. 5 times he had been losing, but he has won on his 6th attempt. That's something very, very interesting, because in Kenya, Raila has contested the presidency 97, 2007, 2013, 2017, about 4 times and losing. And his opponents have branded him a perennial loser. And in this case also, this president-elect had also been branded a perennial loser. But in this, he has won. So it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen, how many times you contest and lose. You can contest even 10 times, but eventually you can win even in your 20th time or your 20th or 10th attempt. The second interesting thing is that this president-elect, this opposition leader, had been accused of being a Satanist and a Freemason. In 2014, December, he sued a bishop by the name Bishop Edward Chomba of the Orthodox Church for defamation after the bishop called him a Freemason. In Kenya, again, ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga has been described as a mganga, somebody who does not know God, by his political opponents. So this also tells us, ladies and gentlemen, that it also does not matter the kind of names you are being labeled. You can be called a mganga, a Freemasonry, but the real decision lies with the people. And then the third interesting thing, and finally, is that this opposition leader who has now won the presidency was also arrested and charged of treason. Yes. In Kenya, Raila was also arrested in 1982 and also charged of treason. He was somehow arrested on accusation of treason. That was Raila Odinga. And he was detained without trial for 8.5 years. That's Raila Odinga. In this case of Hakainde Hichilema, he was sent to prison for about 4 months. So in this case, Raila and this opposition leader won the presidency. They have all been accused at some point of treason. So I find these three facts very, very interesting, because this is a topic Kenyans are still talking and discussing as of now. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe just as I did mention, and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana. Tamu sana.